Greetings and salutations, everyone. Here is Andrew Robinson, your Jamaican brother, all the way in Switzerland. And I'm reaching out to all of our brothers and sisters on the African.
You're now listening to the best music.
Black Hot Fire Radio.
1 hour of the hottest tracks and coolest mashups of the moment.
Feel the freshness.
Greetings and salutations, man. It is Andrew Robinson. From all the way in Switzerland. And introducing to Black Hot Fire Radio. And you're listening to Greetings and salutations, man. It is Andrew Robinson. And introducing to Black Hot Fire.
You're now listening to the best music all day, every day.
If you say anything when you do, then must go make it. So anything when you do, the time to do plenty survive. Just to make your money, yeah. From the people in the sky, I know one fight, I know one die, I know one night. I want enjoy, I want jump night, I want buy nothing, I want feel lost, I still want the money. What's it up? All the way.
Feel the freshness.
You're now listening to the best music. 1 hour of the hottest tracks and coolest mashups of the moment.
Feel the freshness.
Happy days, family. How you doing? It's your girl, lovely Iwerton Lungoria on the Black Watch 5 Radio Network this beautiful Wednesday. On Let's Pop with Iwerton, we're always talking about redefining Africans as we redefine ourselves because we are the change you need to see in the world. I hope you're having a beautiful, amazing, satisfying week full of good breaks, good news, everything good and nice, everything magical. We're going to be talking about rewiring the African mind. Amazing conversation. Here we have Joshua Maponger on the conversation. We have a leader who definitely, woman leader, basically talking about how we've been exploited, one of the Namibian leaders, and she actually talked about how West hidden secrets and plans on Africans' mineral exploitation, and more about that. We also do have Zach Kesser talking about Ibrahim Traore when he says we are not a democracy, but amazing conversation coming in as you download our app on the Google Play Store, stream on www.blackhot5radionetwork.com, and also download the app on the Google Play Store to find yourself amazing healthy supplements, apparel, clothing with the Black Hot 5 Radio logo on each. Remember, you are the change you need to see in the world.
Feel the hits. Feel the freshness.
Happy days, family. How you doing this beautiful afternoon? Welcome again to Let's Pop with Iwerton. Always talking about redefining Africans as we redefine ourselves. It's your girl, the lovely Iwerton Longoria. Always high on basically the African awakening. And this beautiful afternoon, remember download our app or check out on our website to find yourself amazing healthy supplements, the likes of ashwagandha, multivitamin, beetroot, super affordable. Remember, health is wealth. So you gotta eat healthy. You have to stay healthy, eat healthy, drink healthy, sleep healthy, everything healthy. Try and do that. Before I move on to the conversation of the day, please let's listen in to the health and benefits of some of the supplements we do have on our website.
Fuel your body with complete multivitamin, the perfect balance of essential nutrients for daily health and wellness. Carefully formulated from natural ingredients, our multivitamin packs vitamins A, C, D, E, plus key minerals like zinc and magnesium to support your immune system and boost energy. Just one tablet a day is all you need. Take it with water and feel the difference as prescribed by your healthcare provider. Stay active, stay strong, stay ready with Complete Multivitamin, your daily dose of vitality. Complete Multivitamin, simple, powerful nutrition. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition store.
For $32.90, super affordable. We also have amazing apparel clothing on the Black Hot Fire Radio Network store, apparel store, the likes of beanie hats, dad hats, sandal slides, the Black Hot Fire Radio flag with our logo on it, actually representing Ubuntu, the awakening, and the fact that we are telling our own stories in every way. We're going to be talking about the African voice and basically taking back our power. The fact that Mr. Beast really pissed me off. The fact that he's showcasing how he's traveling to Ghana and supplying chocolates to the Ghanaian kids. And it's so funny because Ghana is the largest exporter of cocoa in the world and to these other nations. So it doesn't add up to me, the fact that he's supplying chocolates to these kids, and people are really excited about that. Can please, Mr. Beast, whatever you call yourself, please, can you start helping your own people? Because there's a lot of homelessness in the United States of America.
How about that? Exactly. A bunch every time of his people. His people
Yes.
homeless, all messed up on drugs, crack, meth.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Charity begins at home, right? Can you start with your own? I think we can help ourselves. So the fact that you're building wells in Africa and supplying chocolates that are growing in our own land doesn't add up. I think when you help your own people, it might add up. The fact that you're putting this presentation of Africa, helping the African community. First, start from your own
They, they
land.
say they say charity starts at home every time. Why did they
Yes.
ever start at home? They need exactly. You got people in America need clean water. People in America don't have the stuff he's talking about. Why not
Yeah.
start at home with your own people first? Exactly.
And also, can you showcase the other side of America also?
He won't exactly. I'm glad
Because,
exactly.
right? Because he has a large following on YouTube and everywhere. I think people can actually not even people can help him because he's buying Teslas for people. So it's so
hmm
funny how you're not helping your people
Because
back at
because
home.
because they don't want to show that don't fit the narrative every time. They don't want to show themselves in poverty, and that
That is
they want to
true.
show Africa to start poverty porn. Exactly. They don't want to show themselves in need, how things really are. They want to say,
Yeah,
"Oh, look at the poor, dirty African. Look how
absolutely.
messed up he is."
And
Like
it's the
that.
fact that they still want to have a feed or a ground in Africa, and they'll try everything. And it's the fact that also a lot of Africans, they're not awakened in regards to who they are, mostly the identity and the power that we have in regards to our continent, our land, our voice, who we are, who we were before colonization, and the fact that it's the other way around. We don't need saving. There is no Europe, there is no United States of America, there is no Abu Dhabi and Dubai without Africa. It's a fact. You
Yep.
know, I'm gonna play a video right here in regards to the fact that they're not showcasing the other side of the United States of America. I'm gonna showcase it here right away. But before that, let's listen into Bishop Lamponger discrediting Mark Zuckerberg.
How it will increase. The next billionaires that are coming up out of Africa are not billionaires. I saw this morning someone wrote on my Facebook page, oh, the whole of Africa does not have the money that Zuckerberg has. Zuckerberg has 179 billion in his account. The whole of African governments put together, they don't have that kind of. I wrote back to him. I said, shut up, you fool. Each one of those $100 bills is 18 cents to print it. And if Zuckerberg can walk to the central bank tomorrow and ask for the gold equivalent to 179 billion, they'll kill him before he leaves the bank. It's not there. So Zuckerberg is not rich in 18 cents. 18 cents not. Then you count the 179 billion. It's 18 cents pieces of paper. That's what these Europeans are doing when they come to Africa. They bring bags and bags of 18 cents. Or in US dollars. Then they buy real materials. Real gold. They buy real gold with 18 cents. Pieces of paper. Go tell Honorable Hakainde, I'm saying this myself, from my office. I'm not joking. There's not a single drop of gold that must leave Zambia ever again. Well, here's the solution. We mine our gold, we take our gold to the Reserve Bank, and then we print kwachas equivalent to the gold that we have. That's the only way we can make a sustainable economy. There's no mathematics. Don't call accountants. Don't call them. They have failed to date. Now take science from a bushman. Take science from a caveman. Don't promise me and write me promissory notes when what you have promised me is not available. Simple solution. Put an embargo on gold. Zimbabwe has done it. Thumbs up. You may laugh as much as you want. It's a matter of time. You will know what I'm talking about. Burkina Faso has done it. It's a matter of time. Yes, Burkina Faso is heading for trouble right now in terms of sanctions. We were there for 21 years. We say, "Aluta continua" to Burkina Faso. The new type of leaders we are looking for in Africa are not puppets of the West. We're looking for a new breed of leaders. Ask Ruto if you don't think what I'm talking about. We tell you as leaders, stop being friends with these Americans. Stop it. Stop being friends with these British. We were there before. Cruel for you to come into my house. You raped my children.
Yeah, and the fact that Mr. Bass, when he's traveling all over Africa, people are really excited to see him. And it's the mind indoctrination, the fact that he has a bigger agenda than supplying chocolates to you all. That yeah, it's a fact.
Supplying chocolates that come from you.
Right. Isn't it funny?
That's your resources. There are no chocolates in Europe. There are no chocolates in America. The chocolate comes from Africa.
It shows you how people, oh my gosh, but definitely I'm not blaming them. People are just so indoctrinated in regards to seeing this place as a savior.
Well, it's been indoctrination here, John. That's what the colonial program was, to make you forget who you are, to hate yourself, and to colonialize your mind with loving them, give them all your wealth, and don't have a problem with it as they give you peanuts back. And I'm giving you chocolate. Take the chocolate. This is my chocolate. Comes from my land. Yeah, Negro, but that's okay. Still give me chocolate. Here you go.
Right? How does a foreigner, all the way from whatever he comes from, come to help you solve problems that your leader should be solving? It doesn't add up. Even you all can come together and build wealth. It's not that like accomplishing that someone has come to build wealth from us, from the United States of America. Why are they coming to do that on your land? Honestly, there's a more agenda than that. That's something to just blind you for the time being. Like, oh my God, you're so amazing. You're so good. Thank you for thinking about it.
Exactly. What when they do
You
that, then as you know, they stealing everything else from you.
stealing the important thing that you'll ever want, your land and your mineral resources. That's what they're doing.
You are
Right.
privileged. Jiggy, jiggy, the following day you're coming. I'm here as your therapist. I'm here to help you to recover from your trauma. Shut up for crying out loud. What do you know about trauma? What do you know about trauma? What do you know about trauma? What do you want to tell me? You want to help me to recover? The sight of
That's what Mr. Beast is doing, literally, trying to be the savior of the African continent. No.
you is trauma again. Allow us to recover. Let's look for our new abusers. Let's look for new relationships. Let's look for new interactions. Let's recover. That's the idea. That's the idea. That's the idea. We want to recover first. Then we will engage you at another level. Convert your indigenous medicines into technology. Number 8, you educated people are the weakest link. Because you have gone to school, but school is not going to you. How do you fail to convert your own indigenous?
And it's also that mentality that a lot of African people have, that we need help, we need savings, and also the agenda
Exactly.
like we
But
need.
they put that in you here, time. You didn't
Yeah.
have that before colonization. That was purposely put inside your psyche 100 years ago. Purposely.
Right. So every time you walk on your going through your life, you basically know that I need help. I need to leave my country to have better, to live better. Which is not the thing, literally. Like, there's so much going on here, and also there's so much nepotism happening in the government. That's why we have a lot of people, who don't have jobs. You'll find someone who's like 50 years old, and then the secretary is the cousin, and then the accountant is the sister, and then the banker is the sister-in-law. It's crazy out here, honestly. And that's why a lot of youth right now, they're using every way in terms of social media right now to make their own living or just go about their life. And I remember this MP or a member of parliament who actually talked about the fact that this youth or this generation is full of people who are mentally depressed. And I'm like, yeah, it's because of you people who are depressed, however you can call it. They're mentally depressed. So that's why they're writing such things on social media, because the government is so exhausting. The best thing people can do is try and forget about whatever you guys are doing, because you don't even listen. You know, the government has become a business, literally. If we move forward, I'm going to share another video. We'll forget about Joshua for a minute in regards to our power, in regards to who we are, and the fact that we are always shut down as the melanated people. Okay, there you go.
You are immortal. They don't want you to know that. They want you to go to school and learn a little bit of The kids ain't even learning cursive writing no more. Why? Penmanship is the end-all, be-all to existence. If you don't know how to write, you can't do nothing. Where do you think the first book came from? Somebody's mind. And guess how they got those thoughts? Through meditation, from the cosmos. Why you think they can't figure out how they built pyramids? Why they so indestructible? That's metaphysics. That's what they not giving us. They're still taking it back.
Well, they can't give you metaphysics because they never had it. That's not them. They give you the goofy religions. They can't give you metaphysics. Metaphysics is straight from the creator, which is real. Not in a goofy made up book. They can't give you what they never had. They took it from you, so you got to get it back yourself. But they can't give you what they don't even possess themselves.
Right.
But
tonight is a full moon. Meditate in it. Cleanse yourself of that negative energy. Stop watching that television. Turn that radio off. Stop eating these genetically modified organisms that they got for your ass to transmutate into what they want you to be, which is nothing. Okay, because that's what they are, and they know that, and that's why they need you to be where they at, so they can try to figure you out, but they're not never going to do it. Watch that movie Interstellar. It tells you how they have an expiration date. If we're not here, the earth will naturally cleanse itself of its parasites. Who are immortal.
We have that. We also
Exactly.
have the fact that it's so true. We have to understand our power, our identity, and the fact that we are the most greatest, powerful individuals of all time. And I believe I agree with this video and another one I'm about to share regarding these are the things that should definitely be showcasing in the educational system, or actually, these are the things that should be in the books, but they're not. Talks about make sure your kids know that this image of ancient Africa is why they want to ban Black history.
Of course. They want to claim it as them. That's these white people there. They want to say
Yeah.
all your moves. They make these white people comedians. That's a lie. Straight
That's
up,
so true.
not true. These people up there today, those are invaders. Those are not the people who built Kemet, built ancient Egypt, the African. It's an African civilization. That's why they couldn't
Right.
even read the writing. And that writing they
Right.
thought was lost. It wasn't. The information was still in Africa. They went deep in Africa. They didn't understand what it was because it wasn't them. But they make all the goofy movies with white people as you because they're jealous of what you've done.
Right. Even the story of Jesus, all the Christians in the house on your side, why don't they put African people there? It's all these white people representing the
Yeah.
story of Jesus.
Whenever if Jesus he was, but I just say, okay, for shits and
Yeah.
giggles. If Jesus was real, he would have been black. But the Bible
Yeah.
tells you he's black. The Bible tells you all these people were black. It's in your Bible. It's in your
Yeah.
Bible. Remember, Jesus is supposed to be from the house of Solomon. Solomon tells you, I am black and comely. He tells you in your Bible, he's black. But of course they were, because that's Northeast Africa. That's not what you call the Middle East. The Middle East is a made-up term. That's Northeast Africa, and it used to be occupied by nothing but Africans. These
Right.
other people you see today are invaders. They invaded Africa and now took those regions over. But during those periods of time, those parts were still African. Okay? So if Jesus existed, he would have been African because that was Africa. That he wouldn't have been like somebody from Sweden, like your picture shows. That's some
It's
dude from
true.
here from Sweden
Right.
or
And
Denmark or
that's
Germany.
and it affects African minds. It affects how you view yourself. Trust me,
Of
it does
course. Of
not.
course. Of course. That's on purpose.
Yeah.
They changed it to look like that. That's why they want to be worshipped as gods. That's why they did that. They know that they know that picture is fake every time. They'll tell that when they know it's fake, they say, well, what does it matter? What does it matter what color is this? They know that color, they know that picture is fake. Then why you make them white if it didn't matter? Why you change it to make them look like you? Make them look like something that he couldn't have been African because he couldn't. There's nobody in Africa looked like that
Yeah.
2,000 years ago. Okay, so we know that's not him. So and that's it because they know that picture is fake. So they'll tell you this. What does it matter? It's just God. What does it matter? It shouldn't matter. But we know what you look at, the subconscious takes in and brainwash. It becomes mind control.
That is so true. Want to see all the African melanated people, it's the same thing. Walk proudly, with pride, with confidence, not
Exactly.
comparing yourself with anybody
That's
else.
why.
With
That's why them
nobody.
Kenyans went crazy when the black guys told me, Jesus was black. They went, start stoning people going crazy because their minds can't even conceive since they've been indoctrinated with that fake white Jesus picture. They can't even conceive that Jesus was black. But it's telling you, and the guys showed you those guys that you screamed at, Kenyans, they showed you in the Bible where Jesus is black, bronze, skins of brass, which is brown, black, hair of wool. We don't have
It's
people
in
with woolly hair.
Yeah, it's in your book. And when you start seeing movies, name it, everywhere, like this representation of another person who doesn't look like you, it starts to make you loathe yourself, how you look about yourself, how you do your things. You start comparing your
Exactly.
and everything that you're doing with other people. Not they don't put
Exactly.
anything there to actually represent your power, your pride,
No.
your history. No, if it's
No.
about history, I think I could have known or learned more about the Moors when I was in school. I didn't know anything about the Moors at
No.
all.
No, you
You know,
never. No one's gonna. Irritant. No one's gonna teach you to overthrow their power.
that's Africa. That's Asian Africa. It looked like that. Not what Mr. Beast
Yeah.
is trying to showcase all over the world. No. So much peace, so much abundance until
Until a certain group of people decide to invade. Exactly right here. So
that's
much
it.
peace, so much love, because we're not warmongers. We don't try to war and kill people. That's not our nature. Until another group of people decided to invade here. And
Mm,
we know who those people were.
we know. I know you know. Can you imagine your children just growing up learning this and just knowing this about themselves? How they'll grow up to be, honestly. It's the same thing that Mr. Newsom saw in his, what do you call it? Um, Vision. You saw your past life, something like this, and you were a pharaoh.
Oh, oh, when I no, I did a past life regression. So I had a past life regression and showed me. I'd be like, said, it showed me in Kemet as some kind of government official and took me through my whole life. It was great. And then it showed me on my deathbed, my children all around. They were grown, of course. My
Hmm.
children all around me. You know, I died. I died with all my children, all my family around me. It was a wonderful death. I said, man, this is awesome. I'm out of here. This is awesome. Shit, I'm dying, damn it. So I felt all the love.
Yeah.
I felt all the love of my family, of my children and my wife. I had more than one wife. Sorry, guys. That's what it showed. I had like two wives or some shit like that. But anyway.
My gosh.
So go ahead.
Mr. Beast, I want to tell you, we don't need saving. We've never needed your help in Africa. Please go and help your own first before you travel all over Africa to help us. Can you do that for me, Mr. Beast? How magical is that video, guys? About our power, our identity, our history, how everybody was just in communion with each other, loving, producing. We were just gods living our
Yeah,
best life.
can you remember? Can you realize? Hey, white people, listen up, young bitch. This before was no Jesus. The religion was no Christianity didn't exist. Was no Islam didn't exist. These
Right.
religions didn't even exist. Nobody
Mhm.
called nobody. Nobody waiting on any Jesus because it didn't exist.
Right.
Religions did not exist. They were until 3,000 years after this experience that Kiritan is showing. 3,000 years after. Okay, after all the
Right.
stuff Kiritan is showing.
3,000 years after. Right.
After. After
Mm,
3,000 years after Kiritan. So
right.
were these people going to hell and were they wicked and evil because they didn't know your Jesus, or your Christian God? It didn't exist. Not until 3,000 years after this.
Hmm.
Kiritan showing this obviously around 4 or 5,000 BC. So that means
Right.
that That means that is 3,000 years before they invented Christianity. Really 3,300 years before Christianity was invented, because these religions are new. That's how you know they're not from God. They didn't have no Christianity back then at all. None of it. There was no Islam back then. So you got Islam people now in Egypt today. Those ain't the same people at all. They were spiritual people. They were naturally spiritual. It's spirituality. These are practices. They didn't have any damn religions. They were spiritual. Understood the laws of the universe and how they applied to their lives, infect them, and they would practice these certain things that became known as spiritual science. See, the African didn't believe. He knew. If he couldn't prove it, it couldn't be called spirituality. It had to be known. It had to have knowledge. See, in ancient times, knowledge was important, not belief. Belief was for children. You had to have gnosis. You had to know what you were talking about. Know that this happens. Knowledge. So our spiritual systems were based on knowledge, not belief. Your religions are based on belief and not knowledge. Our systems were based on knowledge. What's real? What's provable? What's defined? We go ahead, Erica.
I shared a video, or I reacted on a video that was TikTok, but thank God to Instagram. They didn't shadow ban my video. I was reacting to the video of the European lady talking about how Africans are powerful and how we taught them everything. They did mute my video on TikTok. Yeah, they did mute that video.
But you know what? Erica, because now you're talking real. What's real? You're supposed to be caught in belief, Erica. You're supposed to be on the bottom, believing all kind of Christianity or Islam. You're supposed to believe nonsense. When you speak the truth, now you're becoming dangerous, Erica. What you spoke was the truth, so they muted it. So your reach wouldn't be able to teach other African people.
Yeah.
That's real, Erica.
They did mute it. I was like, TikTok. I'll try Instagram. They did mute it on Instagram though. So yeah. But every time I'm talking about the African awakening, and it has so much detail mostly on what the Europeans are doing in Africa, they mute my damn video. What's up?
Don't you don't know? You're muted on YouTube too. Go back and check your video. They demonetize all your videos. Are demonetized because you talking about Africa. You ain't talking about hurting nobody. You're talking about educating. Don't go back and look at your videos on our channel. All your videos, Irritan, are demonetized.
Natalie, I'm coming up. It's real and direct and raw this time, TikTok, whether you mute it or not. And there's a lot of people who are commenting on it. They're like, yes, they're agreeing on it. When I talk about the African awakening or the African power and how to take back our power. But it's all good. Whatever you do, we're still gonna take back our power. I have a lady here who's definitely talking about taking back our power and what the globalists are definitely being up to.
Another person to give them a prescription of how Africa should look like or what we need in our Africa, because we know what we need in our Africa.
Another bold and fierce African blood speaks up. Listen up, Africa. The First Lady of Sierra Leone.
That's the First Lady of Sierra Leone. Joby shaded so much that saying that they don't control none of their resources, and they're supposed to be rich. The white people have been stealing and control the resources. If you say anything, they unalive you. So this is the First Lady of Sierra Leone, President's wife.
Taking up these places. Hopefully, Natalie Yamb is gonna join us. I sent her a message. If she can join us, maybe one day soon, that would be amazing. I'm gonna.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Some truth bombs in an interview with Harvard. She ripped the lid off how the West and even the UN are playing us for fools when it comes to our minerals and our leaders. She didn't sugarcoat a damn thing. She outrightly explained how those who often try to stand up for their people often become hot targets. But here's the kicker. Her words aren't just about exposing the problem. They're about igniting a fire in your belly. If you're tired of seeing Africa get screwed over, this is your fuel. Get ready.
I am tired. I need fueled. I need something to help me create another video for today. So I think this will help me fuel that energy into that video for the TikTok.
Feel that African pride roar back to life, because liberation isn't just a dream, it's within reach, and we're taking it. This is Uplifting Africa.
The kind of mineral resources we have in our country is enough to take care of everybody in that country. We should not have a single purpose in it. But unfortunately, we resources. There's always Big Brother who decides. And when you fight,
all our mining companies or name it are being controlled by the West. Isn't that funny? Literally, they're being controlled. The pricing and everything is being controlled by the Western people.
Say, no, we are not going to do this. They use the
West.
The globalists, actually. Let me call them the globalists.
The chaos in your country so that you are not able to even govern your own people. They will do things to make you not to be functionable. Mm-hmm. And of course, any country that don't have peace.
Like all the wars that has been happening in the Congo, in the Sudan, name it.
Yeah,
that's what they want. Yeah, because they're not going to function economically if people are fighting and they're not in agreement to anything they cannot.
And that's how I keep stealing. That's right.
Yeah, it's all pre-planned. It's all orchestrated.
Cannot develop. You have to have peace before you talk about development. I'll give you a simple example about Sierra Leone. Every mining company that is in Sierra Leone today is owned by a foreigner.
I just said that. I didn't actually watch this video to the end.
Every mining company. If it's not the Chinese, it's the American, it's the British. Our electricity, Bumuda, is run by the British. And we still don't have light. We're looking for light, electricity. If you don't have electricity, how can you talk about education? How can you talk about health facility? How can you talk about improving the infrastructure of your country? We don't have electricity. Now, do we actually even have proper water, pipe-borne water, so that our kids will not be sick? We don't have those facilities. Why? With all the minerals we have, there is a cap you put. Before my husband became the president of Sierra Leone was benefiting, they said, what's the word? 0.000.1%. What is that? Basically, a company can take as much as $100 million out of the country in terms of minerals, and then they can just give the country $10,000. Now, what will $10,000 do for our...
I've come to a conclusion that it's something we're talking about in the morning, or always talk about in the morning show, that everything that's happening right now, even in the Kenyan government, it's all orchestrated and pre-planned. It doesn't look like, oh my God, this person was nominated in this place, or he was removed from the seat. It has all been orchestrated and pre-planned. All of it.
Health system. What does $10,000 do for our educational system? You cannot be coming to our country and take everything that will make us develop, and then you still treat us as inferior people, as if we don't know what we're doing. I think that is wrong. And these are the things...
Because there's a lot of melanated people who don't know what's happening. They don't know what's happening. And I feel like that's the main dire problem in regards to when you learn about this. You feel like everybody should know about it. And also, it's the fact that people don't question things, and it has been normalized that the globalists or foreigners are here to come and save us and help us and make our life better. So even when you see them in your vicinity or in your country, you don't question like, oh my God, he's come to harm us, or they've come to take away my land. You don't have that notion about them. So for you, it's like easygoing, and you're like, oh my God, they've come to make our life better. And that's where most people are in their mentality regarding the globalists.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Someone's robbing you blind.
Yeah.
That are stopping Africa from progressing. We don't have a say. The sense about us celebrating independence, I don't know why we celebrate independence, because we are not free.
Yes, Queen, say it. I don't know why we celebrate independence. Me too. I don't understand.
That is my own take. I'm not speaking also on behalf of the
I'm with you, girl.
government of Sierra Leone, nor am I speaking on behalf of His Excellency the President. I am speaking as Fatima, as a citizen of a country who believes that things need to change. In Africa, you should not have a leader that is assertive, a leader that knows what his people want, a leader that wants to change what is happening. The moment you have that.
We have some leaders who I believe they know they're doing the wrong thing, but because they've been given ultimatums by the ICC, they have to do what they're told. They have to do whatever they're told to do, because now this is a matter of life and death for them.
It's everyone's target. And then they find reason to slow you down, they find reason to stop you, and they use that system of corruption. They use corrupt people, they use negative people, they use unpatriotic citizens to come after a government who is doing what is right for us.
It's a fact that we have a lot of leaders or people in this government position who are so greedy. Like, they don't even have any, I can say, even any blush of or paint of sympathy or a heart of Ubuntu. They don't. I'm telling you. They're just so greedy, and they're just so wicked, and they're just thinking about themselves and themselves and themselves. They don't care about you and me, no matter how much or how many times you protest or you raise your voice regarding everything that is wrong. They don't really care.
A system. I think we need to address those issues. Unfortunately, I don't know I'm very good at name calling, but at the moment, I don't know who I should be screaming at. One of the most serious issues I have with the United Nations is the fact that Africa is not part of the Security Council. We're talking about 54 countries, I'm sorry. 54 countries, a whole continent does not have one person.
It shows you how they view you in the whole world. That's how they view Africa and Africans. Literally, as we move forward, before we come to the end of the show this beautiful afternoon, remember to download our app on the Google Play Store and stream on www.blackhotfirenetwork.com for amazing healthy supplements and apparel clothing with the Black Hot Fire Radio logo on it, representing Ubuntu, redefining Africans as we redefine ourselves. And we're going to be listening to the health and benefits of ashwagandha before we move forward.
Discover the natural power of ashwagandha, an ancient herb known for its healing properties. For over 3,000 years, ashwagandha has been trusted to reduce stress, increase energy, and improve focus. Our ashwagandha is carefully grown, harvested, and processed to retain its maximum potency. Each root is hand-picked and dried, then ground into a pure organic powder, ensuring the highest quality. Simply mix 1 teaspoon into your favorite beverage or take it in capsule form as prescribed by a healthcare professional. Whether you're looking to balance your stress levels, boost your immune system, or enhance mental clarity, ashwagandha offers a natural solution. Experience the benefits of ancient wisdom backed by modern science. Trust nature. Trust ashwagandha. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition Store.
For $23.90 is Trust Nature, Trust Africa. Stop trusting Mr. Beast. Trust nature, okay? And we're going to move forward. He's pissed me off. Always pisses me off. Ibrahim Toure talking about we're not a democracy by Zach Mwekesa.
We are in Burkina Faso. You know where that is? Here's a map. Beautiful place, lovely people. The president said something to say, very important. We're going to listen to him and I'm going to make comments on top of it. Let's go.
Comrades, good morning. Today is April 1st, which marks the beginning of the second quarter of the year 2025.
Hey.
And of course, the end of the first quarter. I suppose that all the office heads, department heads, been able to review the first quarter and also set goals for the second quarter. In any case, I think that...
Very interesting. So what he's saying is, it's the 1st of April. The first quarter is over. We need to have an assessment of what we've achieved from the 1st January to the 1st of April. Isn't that amazing? To the youngest president in Africa, 37 years old. I'm not even sure whether he's the youngest president in the world, but let's continue.
The idea is to sacrifice oneself, to always give the best of oneself for the happiness of our people.
I mean, look at this man. Look how charismatic.
You don't have leaders like that in some other African countries.
And so that our homeland can shine. So I invite everyone to...
Can you imagine if you just had 10 Ibrahim Traorés in Africa? Not even 54. 10. Can you imagine?
I don't count I don't count 54. There's other Arab countries and other African countries. So I don't even count them. So, yeah, if you just had 10, change everything. That's what's gonna happen too. That's why they keep trying to kill him. They keep trying to kill him every week. Every week there's a new plot to try to blow his head off here.
He's a hot target. He's a hot target right now.
Of course.
Set new goals for the second quarter to give the best of themselves, both in service and in everyday life, so that our homeland can continue to shine.
So on the second quarter, I'm calling everybody to get ready. Give yourself goals and reach your goals. The man is goal driven. He's not just living like other people.
Different fighting forces on
like other people.
The ground.
I mean, look at this guy on the right hand side. Oh God, this guy looks like he's gonna eat you.
This guy on the right side.
Life. He's not big or muscled or anything, but he's very effective. And the black bag that he is carrying in his hand, you see it? Do you know what that's for? I know a lot of people think they put money in there. There's no money in there. But I'm not gonna say, if you know, you know. I'm not gonna say it's for security reasons. Let's go.
I want to pay tribute to them here for the exceptional work that has been done throughout the past quarter. We have been able to make significant progress on the ground.
You've done amazing, Ibrahim Traoré. You're doing impeccable things in Africa.
We have been able to reclaim areas that were under control, terrorist control, 4 or 5 years ago. We have thus been able to liberate these areas. Other areas are currently in the consolidation phase. This is therefore a very significant progress, but also to call upon the other forces in these areas, which are in a relative calm, to remain vigilant and on constant watch.
So an assessment clear, okay? Within the first quarter of the year, we have recuperated land that was within the hands of terrorists. Some of the land were possessed by terrorists like 5 years ago. So we are making progress. It's not blindly going. We know exactly where we are 4 months later. We know exactly where we're going 6 months later. This is a planner. Let's go.
The treachery of the enemy means that when we are in a relative calm and let our guard down, we can often take hits. So it is to invite all those who are in a position of relative security to always remain vigilant and not be caught off guard.
Okay, just for context, Burkina Faso is a beautiful place, lovely people. They speak French.
And this, before he moves forward, he talks about they cannot let their guard down. We do have a lot of Africans who literally let their guards down in regards to not questioning anything. People are coming in talking about purchasing land for carbon storage, not even question that. It's like, okay, I know you're taking other people's land. It's not right. And the fact that they are fighting against it, you threaten them because you've taken land on some other parts of the country that people don't have so much knowledge about carbon storage. They're not going to question what is carbon storage. It's so heartbreaking, even that the fact that the government is allowing this.
French, also as a language. As you would know by now, countries where they speak French were probably colonized by the French. They were colonized by the French. Many years, France stayed in Burkina Faso for control purpose. That's what they do. That's what they did with most French-speaking countries in Africa. However, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger decided to kick them out because they didn't want to do anything with them anymore. They felt like France was profiting from them whilst they were just surviving. France gets many things from Burkina Faso, gold and many other things, while the people of Burkina Faso are living in poverty. Why? Because the leaders of Burkina Faso at the time, we're talking presidents, were mostly selected by France for French interest. So if you are pro-France, you're going to be president. They're going to make it easy for you. If you're not pro-France, they're going to try everything to throw you over. Like the likes of Thomas Sankara, who sacrificed his life for his country.
Yeah.
They unalived him because he wanted his country to be independent. This man, Ibrahim Traoré, is coming to power. He's a soldier, a captain. He wants his country to be free. He's got the very similar mentality as Thomas Sankara. Yeah. He wants things to be produced in Burkina Faso. He wants things to be consumed in Burkina Faso. He doesn't want to import things from nobody else. He wants the country to be independent because he believes the country has everything it needs. Now, since he's trying to do good things, he sees they have too many enemies. There have been multiple coup attempts on his life, multiple. And now he's giving an assessment of what has happened from the 1st to the 31st of March and talking about what's going to happen next. And within that time frame, they see a rise of so many people trying to attack the country, including African country leaders trying to overthrow them. Yes, my brother.
Because they don't want us to be independent. They want us to stay impoverished. They want Africa to still have so much wars so that will stay stagnated. And as they continue looting our wealth, continue controlling our minds in whatever ideology.
Exactly.
That's what they want. And that's what they'll try to assassinate him, you know. But as we're almost winding up, I want to showcase the homelessness crisis in America.
According to the
This
Department
is for you, Mr. Beast.
of Housing and Urban Development,
Exactly. This for you, Mr. Beast.
Yes.
people were experiencing homelessness on a single night in 2023. This represents a significant increase of 15% compared to 2022.
Look at that airtime. Why isn't Mr. Beast there? Why is he helping them people?
Yes. Honestly, to be honest, he needs to fast start helping these people.
Yeah.
Because it's not fair, right? It's not really fair.
Look at him. Look at him airtime. Why he ain't there helping them?
Yeah. It's a question. Why is he not there helping the people who really need help? I've never seen so much homelessness like this. Even in Kenya, honestly, it's not like this. It's not like this at all.
Our report reveals that nearly 60% homeless people were reported living on the streets, in cars, or in other places not meant for human habitation.
This is the side of United States of America and Europe that they don't show you. And they sell you the American dream. You go and find yourself in this manner, not in a bad way, but I'm just saying they should showcase both sides, because when they come to Africa, they love showcasing all the underdeveloped cities.
Exactly. They're not going to showcase this here at time.
Yes.
They're not showcasing this
at all.
Facing harsher conditions and greater vulnerability. The number of chronically homeless individuals in America has reached alarming heights. Over 440,000 people in the United States were estimated to be chronically homeless. This constitutes nearly 22% of the total homeless population, highlighting the significant portion grappling with long-term homelessness. The National Alliance to End Homelessness reports that families with children make up about 30% of the homeless population. An estimated 186,100 children experienced homelessness on a single night in January 2023. This translates to a concerning 16% increase compared to 2022, and a staggering 77% increase since 2006. These statistics reveal a growing crisis, disproportionately impacting children of color. The recent surge in migrant arrivals in the U.S.
Because also the system does not work for the African Americans. It has been designed not to work for them at all.
USA has placed a complex strain on social services, particularly in the area of homelessness. U.S. Customs and Border Protection reported a record-breaking number of encounters at the U.S.-Mexico border in fiscal year 2023. These encounters, exceeding 5.2 million, surpassed the previous year's high. However, this number includes apprehensions of individuals attempting unauthorized entry, not just total arrivals. When we consider legal immigration channels, the State Department reported issuing over 13.4 million temporary visas in fiscal year 2023. Demographics of homelessness in America. According to the National Alliance to End Homelessness, while white Americans make up around 76% of the general population, they only constitute about 49% of the homeless population nationally. This translates to a rate of approximately 15 white people experiencing homelessness per 10,000 in the general population. This data suggests that white people are underrepresented in the homeless population, compared to their share of the overall population. While African Americans comprise roughly 13% of the general population, according to the U.S. Census Bureau, they make up a staggering 37% of people experiencing homelessness. This disparity is even more pronounced for homeless families with children, where Black families account for over 50%. Similarly, indigenous populations face a disproportionate burden. Native Americans,
That's the other side of the United States of America that they don't show you. They sell you the American dream and the fact that everything is going to be rainbows, that you're going to be drinking cocktails and chilling. No, honey, it's not going to work like that. But this is what somebody's saying on the comments. Why the American government prioritizes aid to Ukraine and Israel while its own people suffer. Someone is saying they got money for wars but can't feed the poor. Okay, so when I say saying, it can't be prevented from happening or at least slowed down, the problem will keep growing exponentially. This is only the beginning. And then someone else is saying, it's infuriating to me that the US can come up with all the money for people who come in here illegally, but not for our own people. And they don't seem to care. This problem is going to grow even more in the days to come. The years to come is just a mess. Incompetent government leadership is going to be with us for a long time because we don't have term limits. As the person is saying, and people all around the globe were dreaming of that American dream. What a trap. As we move forward, literally winding up this beautiful afternoon with amazing conversation about rewiring the African mind and understanding that charity begins at home, Mr. Beast, okay? But I've been watching The House of Cards. So before I move on, I want to share a glimpse of one of the clips that I've been watching in regards to understanding who you are and how the world of politics runs.
Real power. You see, real power, doesn't come to those who are born strongest or fastest or smartest. No. It comes to those who will do anything to achieve it. You see,
That's real power in regards to who we are.
Power. In this town, a mistake nearly everyone makes. Money is the McMansion in Sarasota that starts falling apart after 10 years. Power is the old stone building that stands for centuries. I cannot respect someone that doesn't see the difference. Money over power. In this town, a mistake nearly everyone makes. Money is the McMansion in Sarasota that starts falling apart after 10 years. Power is the old stone building that stands for centuries.
Power is the old stone building that stands for centuries.
Someone that doesn't see the difference.
That's a fact. But also the last one before I move on.
To those who deserve it. It belongs to those who seize it. And that, my friend, requires a willingness to do what others won't. If you are not following House of Cards, you may never see us again. The world isn't fair. It never has been. But fairness is a story we tell the naive to keep them in line. The truth? Power doesn't belong to those who deserve it. It belongs to those who seize it. And that, my friend, requires a willingness to do what others won't. If you are not following House of Cards, you may never see us again.
And that's it with me here on Let's Talk with Iruton, a conversation about redefining our minds as we redefine Africa, rewiring the African mind by rewriting our own stories. Remember, you can follow us on all the social media platforms and also download our app on the Google Play Store for more amazing healthy benefits. Apparel clothing with the Black Hot Fire Radio logo on it, always representing Ubuntu, the awakening, and the fact that change is here, literally. Everything is going back to its natural state. Remember, you are the change you need to see in the world. And I'm sending you so much love and light.
How about that?
Afternoon. Your last words, Mr. Newsom.
Last words is stay black, stay positive, stay blessed, stay loved, stay awesome. Much
That's
love.
what's up. Much love. And dream of pixels and rainbow. Drink your cocktails. Hello, dear mosquito. Is the show finished? Yes. You came in so late. How
It's over, Joe. You out running the streets again. We said you were trying to be on it like in 15 minutes, but you too busy running the streets, running away. You made a bad Joe law. What's wrong with
That
you?
is much love, family. Have a great time.
No porridge for you, General Mosquito.
No.
None of your bad English porridge.
Listening to the best music.
Feel the freshness.